Good afternoon, everyone. I have 2 o'clock. We're going to wait just another minute or two to see if others join, and then we'll begin our program. Okay, why don't we go ahead and get started. First, good afternoon and welcome to the Rees Foundation webinar. My name is John Lanier and I work with the team here at AHRI. I want to start by saying how much we appreciate you taking the time out of your day to learn more about the work that we do through the foundation on behalf of the industry. The Rees Scholarship Foundation is a 501c3 charitable organization providing scholarships to qualified students pursuing a career in heating, ventilation, air conditioning, refrigeration, and of course the water heating industry. Serving as the education foundation of AHRI, it provides our members with a tool to promote industry expertise. The scholarship program also helps promote appropriate product installation and service, which obviously aids in avoiding early failure and consumer dissatisfaction. The Rees Scholarship Foundation was established in 2003 by AHRI in honor of Clifford Rees Jr., a former AHRI president, who strongly believed that education was the most viable solution to one of the industry's most challenging problems, the lack of expert technicians installing and servicing AHRI members' equipment. To that end, there's no question that the issue that Ted identified more than 2 decades ago is still with us today. Part of the problem is that students and parents lack a great awareness of the opportunities that are available in our industry. And we also know that qualified workforce is shrinking and that many that are entering the technician ranks have little, if any, experience. Our foundation exists to mitigate some of this challenge. Sue, if you'd switch slides, please. Thank you. We exist to mitigate some of this challenge, and specifically, we assist with education, recruitment, and competency of future HVACR and water heating technicians by awarding scholarships to the brightest students enrolled in accredited technical school or college. Our vision boils down simply to increasing donor engagement, increasing awareness of the industry, promoting technician expertise, and demonstrating operational efficiency so that we can maximize the impact of our donor contributions. The foundation also works very closely with another organization, North American Technician Excellence, or NATE, that supports the technician as their career progresses by providing training and certification opportunities to further improve their skills. But that's enough for me. Next, our program coordinator, Sue Perez, will provide you an update on our operations and results to date. And then we're going to get to hear some real life stories from some of our guest speakers that really demonstrates how the foundation works. So again, thank you all for participating today. And Sue, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, John. So my name is Sue Perez. I am the program coordinator for the Rees Scholarship Foundation. I've been with Rees and AHRI for about 4.5 years. And today I just want to give you a quick overview of the operations of the foundation. So as you can see, the foundation has been steadily growing over the past few years. Specifically over the past 6 years, you can see the foundation has been fundraising about $115,000 per year, and we have been awarding about more than $100,000 per year. So it's a very pretty even number with the amount that we raise and the amount that we award every year. So since 2003, when the foundation was first established, we have given away 643 scholarships to students, instructors, and veterans. And that has brought a total of $1 million in scholarship money. So as you can see, we have 5 different sponsorship levels. Our lowest one is the bronze level, which is any company donating under $1,000, and it's followed by the silver, gold, plat, and our highest level, the diamond level. So with the diamond level, we, if any company that donates over $15,000. And in 2020, we have 57 AHR members that donated to the foundation. Our highest members were at the diamond level. We had 4 companies donate $15,000 or more, followed by 2 companies at the plat level and 7 companies at the gold level, which is about $5,000 or more. So in addition to scholarships, the foundation coordinates with AHRI, the equipment donation program. And alongside, we also work with Intertech in Cortland and CSA Group in Cleveland, Ohio. So with these 2 labs, we donate hundreds of units every year. And the way this process works is pretty simple. So basically during the certification process, companies have the option to donate the units at the end of testing. And at the end of testing, the labs will come to me and basically say, like, where should we donate this equipment? I work with schools to make sure that this equipment goes to training facilities or schools that need these specific units. So since 2015, we have donated over 950 units to that's worth more than $2.5 million. And we have about 130 schools and training facilities that participate in this program every year. And we have about 17 members that that donate regularly to this program. So you may be asking yourself, what can we do to continue to grow this workforce? Because that's one of the major challenges that we have. One of the ways that we can do that is by changing the perceptions that our industry has, especially with parents and students, because many of them don't know about the benefits that the industry has. We can also establish awareness, and we can do this through partnerships and making sure that we support the CTE programs at local schools. One of the partnerships that we have is with NAEP by providing ready-to-work exams to Rees recipients. And then we also work with Skills USA to provide more scholarships. And we are going to go over the Skills USA partnership more in a few minutes. And then again, another way that we can continue to grow is that advancing the diversity and inclusion. This is a very male-dominated industry, so we want to make sure we provide opportunities to females, minorities, and anyone that's struggling financially. And then also we should support newcomers. So supporting newcomers and entry-level workers by providing them with opportunities such as job shadowing and ride-alongs. This way they can advance the skills and, you know, be more prepared for the work that they need to do. So I want to introduce you to Josie Wolf. Josie is a development manager with Skills USA. We, as I said before, we have been working with Skills USA for probably 5 years now. So Josie, take it away.
Thanks so much for the introduction, Sue. I'm really glad to be here with all of you today just to kind of talk about Skills USA and so many of the synergies that we have, you know, between Skills USA and AHRI and the Rees Scholarship Foundation. So, you know, for $25,000, we're able to give HVAC students 8 one-time merit-based scholarships of $2,500. We have over 300 classrooms that teach specifically HVAC and over 60,000 students enrolled in the construction cluster as a whole. So, you know, over 5,500 of those students are specifically HVAC, and we really want to help create those connections for them so they leave high school and continue in the HVACR industry. At Skills USA, we have a lot of these same goals. You know, we really have a focus on workforce development. We have a focus on supporting and elevating the skilled trades because we know them to be such valuable career opportunities and great ways for our students, as I said, to enter into that and be able to support their families, you know, to be able to have meaningful, gainful employment. We do this through a lot of different programs that focus on workplace skills, technical skills, and personal skills. So everything from work ethic, responsibility, communication, to those job-specific skills, the safety and health skills that in this case are going to be specific to HVACR. Now, typically we have a National Leadership and Skills Conference every year in June. And usually that event is held in person, and it allows our students to compete in 107 different competitions, including HVACR. This year, we're still gonna have that event, but it's gonna happen in a hybrid format. So usually for the HVACR event, our students compete to be the best in their local classrooms, then the best in their regions, then the best in their state, and the gold medalist from every state gets to come to our national competition. All of these competition projects are designed by business and industry, judged by business and industry, and the technical standards are set by business and industry. For HVACR, this looks like a contest where they have different testing stations, and it includes ice machines, refrigerated display cases, small package HVAC units, furnace and split system air conditioning, and heat pump units and geothermal units, all contained in this competition. So within all these pieces and all these networks, we work with technical high schools and technical community colleges and other college systems to encourage these students in the trades to give them the skills that they need. And because of AHRI's support and the Rees Scholarship Foundation, we're able to distribute these merit-based scholarships to our students, and again, help at the end of the day to encourage students in HVACR and really you know, elevate the trades.
Thank you. So I want to introduce our first student, which is Angel Resto III. Angel is a 2020 Rees recipient. He currently attends Monroe Community College. So whenever you're ready, Angel.
I'm ready. Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to say good afternoon, everyone. And my name is Angel Resto III. I am currently from Rochester, New York, born and raised. And I became interested in the HVAC field when I attended an info session at Monroe Community College. So I had to attend the HVAC info session in order for you to be a part of the program. So I did that, and I looked at auto mechanic. And I began to weigh my options with both HVAC and auto mechanic. And I just felt that HVAC offered a little bit more. And I was amazed that you can go into the plumbing route. You can go to air conditioning, you can do electricity, and you can also do work on refrigerators. And I thought that piqued my interest, and I said, you know what? That's when I decided to say, I want to be part of the HVAC program. And I decided to sign up in the spring of 2020 becoming on the HVAC certificate 1-year program. And not only the other cool thing was I joined the Jumpstart program. And this is the Jumpstart program was to help people like me who are new to the field to introduce them about the field and see where we can go from there. So I was able to enjoy having my first semester and my books paid for the first year, for my first semester. So that was awesome. I wanted to enter this field because I wanted to include what I already have as an associate's and a bachelor's degree in information systems, which is IT with a blend of business management. And how I found out about the Rees Scholarship was through a company here in Rochester, New York called Rochester Works. And this is a company that helps people find employment, find scholarships, find housing. They help with the community. And so one of my advisors told me to look up the Rees Scholarship Program. And I decided to look it up and I began to apply. And when I found out that I was awarded with the Rees Scholarship going to the fall of 2020, I felt like I just climbed the highest mountain in the world. And I was very excited, for overjoyed, and because this scholarship has helped me financially with covering up my bills for my last year, which I plan on graduating this May with the HVAC certificate program from Monroe Community College. And what I look forward to in my career, I look forward to continue to work in the commercial and industrial side of the HVAC field. One day becoming maybe a project manager or working in automation and controls, which HVAC in the future is going to be more IT based, which that's one of my main reasons why it piqued my interest that, hey, I did the right thing by picking the HVAC field. And without these donations from the Rees Scholarship Program, it probably would have took me maybe 2 years to get this program done, or maybe 2.5. But I just want to say thank you so much for me being a part of this community. And I want to say thank you, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon.
Thank you so much, Angel, for sharing your story. And now I want to introduce our next student, which is Jonnell Bailey. Jonnell is a 2019 Rees recipient. She graduated from Georgia Piedmont Technical College. So whenever you're ready, Jonnell.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Jonnell Bailey, and I currently reside in Snellville, Georgia. And to just give you a little overview of how I became interested in HVAC and how I knew about the Rees Scholarship. My interest peaked, I'm a homeowner, so my interest peaked when I had a service call and my blower at the time, which I had no idea what that was, had gone out, and the technician came out to fix it. And I knew at the end result was the final bill, which was kind of high. And during that time, I was just like, I had no idea what was going on, and they probably could have charged me anything. So everyone who knows me, I'm the type of person, if I can fix it, I'll fix it myself. So I knew at one point I wanted to go back to school because I have a bachelor's degree. At that point, I knew I wanted to go back to school. So I decided, okay, I could do HVAC. Everyone needs conditioned space. So I decided on HVAC. And how I heard about the Rees program was through my instructor, Mr. Mitchell. He was very instrumental in getting everyone knowledgeable on the scholarships. I believe at least 6 people in my class applied. 2 of us actually received the scholarship in 2019. The scholarship has assisted me in paying for my tuition and a few other school-related items. If I didn't have the funds, like Angel was saying, I probably would have pushed back that time frame, or expand that time frame to maybe 2.5 years. So it helped me to complete my studies in HVAC technology in August of 2020 with a 4.0. And what I currently do now with my previous education, I'm a financial analyst for a tech company. And I do that full-time, but part-time, I work with the licensed contractor on the weekends and go out and do service calls. And my ultimate goal is to, after the 2 years working with the contractor, is to apply for my state license and then eventually own my own business. And I can honestly say you guys do a great job. We definitely appreciate your donations. Without that, students will be able to reach their goals and their dreams. And thank you once again.
Thank you for sharing. Our last student that's going to be speaking is Lee Taylor. So Lee is the 2020 Rees recipient, and he currently attends Bevel State Community College. Lee, whenever you're ready.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lee Taylor. So I'm from Dora, Alabama. So I'm a retired law enforcement officer, and I'm usually the oldest guy in class. I graduated high school with a vocational diploma in automotive mechanics. So that was in 1988. So, and that's where my interest began in the HVACR field. So it started back at that time. I became a specialist at automotive air conditioning and refrigeration. So after that, I went into the law enforcement field, and then subsequently just recently retired. So, and after a lot of thought, decided I wanted to go to Bevel State, which is community college here in my local community where I live. So, and attend a 2-year HVACR tech program. I became aware of the Rees scholarship through my program instructor. He went over it with all of us in class, and I know several applied for it, and several actually were awarded the scholarship this past semester when I was. So I'm extremely thankful for that. So when I received it, there was excitement and relief at the same time. Because in my college career, I've received no other financial assistance with that career. And the Rees scholarship is probably the only assistance that I'll receive during my college career. The next step or my next goal would be to work in the HVACR field part-time while I still attend the program. And after the program is completed, I intend to work full-time in that field. And my short to long-term goal is to ultimately open my own business. So my interest personally is more in the residential comfort cooling portion of it, just because a lot of that in the community, there's very little technicians and the workload is very high. So a lot of people have a very long waiting time. So it's hard to get the people, and they need more in that field, especially where I live and in this community. Now, I've been told that 70% of the students, so at my school, are either on grants or on scholarships. So it's kind of easy to see that in our community, in my community, so financial struggles are real, just like they are everywhere else. So, but based on those numbers, you can see a lot of people are working to improve their situation and be successful. And thankfully, there's a large amount that are in the HVACR program, so at my college. From my observation, I've seen that the HVACR field is in high need of qualified technicians. And they're needed to perform service work. So, and they're also needed to help the program step forward and increase the technology and to test technology so that it can get better for the world community and everyone as a whole. Now, I've always been mechanically inclined. Like I said, I graduated high school with a vocational diploma. So, but just in 2 semesters of attending Bevel State, I have learned that a lot of stuff that I thought that I understood, I had a different view of it, and I wasn't looking at it the right way. So without some of that learning that, in my opinion, is just crucial, learning, I can only imagine what it would have been like had I tried to start in the field without any education to go with it. So I can imagine the difficulties that I would have encountered at that point. And for me, I looked at several different avenues. Our local power company offers an HVACR program. And I weighed and looked at that program, evaluated it with Bevel State. And after that evaluation, chose to go with Bevel State. And one of the main reasons was the power company program was a very shortened program. It's 12 weeks, so a lot of crammed information. And there's not a lot of time to apply anything that you learn with that kind of workload going on. I couldn't imagine trying to shove 2 years of education into 12 weeks. So just, you wouldn't have a chance to apply it. So, and at Bevel State, the instructors, so they not only teach you the information, they provide it to you, but they get out in the labs and work with you to ensure that you understand, that you grasp and can apply what they're teaching in class, which is extremely helpful because I'm a hands-on learner. That's just how I learn. I can pick up some in the classroom and get a small grasp of it, but if I'm not actually doing it, then I'm not really going to learn it, not to where it sticks with me and where I can actually apply that in the long run. So I can't imagine how much more there is to learn. I look forward and how much more there is to learn through this program, even in college and after college. So, and I hope that the Rees Scholarship continues to provide financial assistance that is needed so that the students can adequately study the field and gain a real understanding and knowledge of what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lee. That was great. I have one more speaker for everybody. His name is Brad. Brad is a HVRC instructor at Bevel State Community College. So Brad, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I am Brad Whisnant, and I'm from Hamilton, Alabama. I've worked in the HVACR industry for the past 26 years, and I'm currently employed with Bevel State Community College, where I've served as the HVACR instructor for the past 7 years. So I see we have Lee on here. He's from Summerton, so our campuses are roughly 75 miles apart. So we do have a sister, college. So there's two, and and this Rees Scholarship, has greatly benefited, a lot of our students. So just want to say thank you there. And then a little background for me. I was first introduced into the HVACR, as a teen. I actually helped a local plumber and electrician wire and plumb houses. So I was really interested in that end. And I come to Bevel State Community College here in Hamilton, where I enrolled into the HVACR program. And then I graduated with a 2-year associate degree in electrical and air conditioning and refrigeration. So it's kind of neat that I started out at Bevel back in 1995, and then I graduated, and then now I'm the actual HVACR instructor here where I graduated. So, there's no limits on where you can go in this field. I do believe this HVACR industry, is a viable trade. The individuals, can choose as a career path. It provides many opportunities, for financial stability, and good career growth. I can teach the students, the basics of the HVACR industry, and give them the good career foundation. And we all know the major issues, that our industry face, is going to be the skills gap. Because we know many of the older technicians are, close to retirement, and we need those trained technicians, with experience, to work in this high demanding field. But due to the low number of individuals, choosing a career and, in the HVACR, those not completing the program, due to lack of finances, many employers are, putting, unskilled people to work, and we know that it's so critical that the individuals, are trained to perform the routine, procedures, once working in the field. But the program, such as the Rees Scholarship Foundation, provide more opportunities to individuals and students, who otherwise might not be able to complete their training due to their finances. Each year, many of my students, they pay a large portion of their tuition out of pocket. These men and women are usually working multiple jobs, just to provide for their family, which puts a financial strain, on them and their ability, to enroll to complete their either 1 year degree, 1 year certificate, or getting a 2-year degree. So many of my students, they're a diverse group. I've had male and female students, right out of high school, and then I've had those who, choose to start the career later in life, or those who are seeking a second career. They come from many different economic backgrounds, some being able to finance their education, and others needing to apply for some type of financial aid or scholarship. And the Rees Scholarship, Foundation has allowed many of my students to remain enrolled in the program, so they can graduate and complete, and begin working in a timely manner. So I just want to say a big thank you to every company, that supports the Rees Scholarship Foundation. Not only are they helping the students succeed, because our classes run on a 2-year rotation. So if you have to miss a semester, well, that just means it should be a year for the next class rolls around. So a lot of times a student won't even complete their degree. So this scholarship has helped numerous of my students, complete and stay in track because we know if you get out of rotation, a lot of them do not come back and they will not complete and get their degrees. So, you know, without the opportunities like this, you know, many of my students wouldn't have, you know, wouldn't have had the funding, you know, to even enroll or complete their degree. So, you know, and many years ago, as a young man, straight out of high school, I would have benefited from this opportunity, you know. And I just want to say, you know, I'm very thankful, you know, that many people have taken notice of the need, you know, to usher well-trained individuals to technical fields such as HVACR and to help others succeed. And like I said, not only are you helping the students, you're helping me and helping colleges and helping these classes, helping these colleges succeed. You know, it's helping students put students, you know, in our classrooms so we can get them trained to put them in the workforce. So big thank you, and just thanks everyone.
And Brad, just to continue, just can you talk about a little bit about how we also have helped with the equipment donation program?
Yes. I learned about the equipment donation through HRI, through the Alabama Power training. They do have a training facility here locally, and they turned us on to the donation program. And I actually, as of right now, I have 4 units that they have donated that I've actually work in my lab, that I've actually got installed that the technicians work on. I have 2 train units, and then I've got a ream unit, and I've got a couple of gas furnaces. And also, they had donated me some commercial equipment, a couple of package chillers about 2 years ago. So I just can't say enough, because over the years, you know, due to the lack of funding, you know, we don't have some up-to-date, you know, equipment to work on, and that helped us great, so I could have up-to-date equipment, you know, to train my students on. So I've had several donations, and every time that we have the opportunity, I will apply, you know, and I know there's a lot more colleges around, you know, that gets the donations as well, but I just can't say thank you enough to the companies that provide these equipments, you know, to let our students have on, you know, hands-on training.
Thank you. I think, John, you wanted to say a few more things before we move on to Q&A?
Yeah, thank you, Sue. You know, for all of our guests, thank you so much. It's great to hear those stories. It's great to hear how the foundation, the scholarship program, has really made a difference. We're so happy we can be a part of that. You know, for our audience, I hope that you got something out of this. I hope that you had the opportunity to hear, you know, the difference that it can make. We would like to open it up for questions now, if there are any. And also, please, when this is over, if you have any questions that you think of later, don't hesitate to send me or Sue a note. We'll be happy to talk to you about how you can become involved in the Rees program, how you can become more involved in NATE. Again, another program that is working closely with technicians. And at the end of the day, both organizations are really trying to have an impact on that skills gap that we all know exists. So with that, I'll open it up to any questions from our attendees.
So I think Ryan just stated that if you have any questions, you can type it in the chat, or you can raise your hand and we will unmute you.
Well, I had somebody that I worked for a long time ago that told me when there are no questions, it means we gave an outstanding presentation and we left no questions unanswered. So not seeing any questions, again, thank you so much to our panelists. We really appreciate you telling your stories. Thank you to those who attended our session. And again, if there's any follow-up that Sue or I can provide, please don't hesitate to send us an email. This is a great opportunity for HRI member companies to get involved and really move the needle on the skills gap that we know is a challenge for everyone, whether you be a manufacturer, a wholesale distributor, or a contractor. So thank you all again so much, and we will talk to you soon.